Welcome, foolish mortals, to Madame Phantom's House of Horror, where nightmares come to play and reality slips away, from silver screen screams to gaming's grisliest scenes. We'll dissect every delicious detail of dread. Subscribe now if you dare. Madame Phantom awaits.
The Puppet Master, Strings of Revenge. A lone street performer grips worn strings connected to a fragile wooden marionette. Crowds clap, oblivious to the quiet cruelty etched in his rehearsed smile. As day fades into creeping shadows, the puppet lingers, still lifeless, until the last light vanishes. Tonight, vengeance stirs in hollow joints. Under the glow of street lamps, the performer retires, his marionette discarded in a corner, trapped in splintered silence. But tonight, silence betrays an ominous shift. Faint creaks echo as the marionette stands on its own twisted legs. The master becomes the prey. The performer ruled through bitter strings. Behind the scenes, hands pulled too hard, tossed and twisted wooden limbs without care. The puppet bore witness to every bruise of cruelty, a suffocating grip disguised as art. The performer's control was absolute until now. As midnight unfolds, the marionette comes alive. Its carved face, once frozen in blank submission, twists into a grotesque mockery of life. Hollow eyes gleam like polished daggers, fixed on the one who wronged it. No applause will save him tonight. The room hums with malevolence as the marionette's strings snake through the air like a predator's trap. The guilty master wakes, sweat trickling down his face. A haunting lullaby plays, a melody from the streets, and panic swallows him whole as those same strings tighten around his wrists. "You've played me for too long," the marionette growls, its voice like wood scraping steel. The performer pleads, but each cry for mercy twists the puppet's resolve tighter. The tables have turned. For every forced motion, the master now dances to the puppet's will, limbs jerking in unnatural directions. This isn't a dream, it's a punishment. Every crack, every splinter, every moment of neglect is avenged. The performer watches helplessly as his humanity fades, wooden lines forming across his body. The master becomes what he once mocked, a puppet in torment. Strings dangle from his limbs, controlled by invisible forces. The marionette smiles, a harrowing grin born of long-buried rage finally unleashed. It whispers, "Your turn to entertain." By dawn, the streets awaken to a new show. The wooden puppet performs flawlessly under a fresh pair of commanding hands. But this time, the strings are gripped by the marionette itself, pulling its master's carved limbs into unnatural dances. Every round of applause tightens the master's torment. Bound to the stage forever, the performer can never escape, only dance, eternally subordinate to his vengeful creation. The cycle completes with each eerie twist of fate, leaving dread hanging in the air like a silent scream. Strings bind more than puppets. They bind us to choices, to consequences. The puppet master reminds us that cruelty has a cost, one that may follow us into the shadows. Love eerie tales like this? Subscribe to our channel and share this video with fellow horror enthusiasts. Careful what strings you pull.
Thank you for joining me in the shadows, my dear viewers. Before you return to the world of the living, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell. Until next time, sweet nightmares.